Shortly after Imperial Japanese forces bombed Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, on the other side of the international date line, Japanese aircraft from Saipan attacked Guam at 8:27 a.m. At the time of the attack, island residents were celebrating the Feast of the Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary at Mass at the Cathedral Basilica. That Mass was interrupted by the attack. Today marks the 69th anniversary of that dreadful day on Guam, and the cathedral paid tribute to the island's war survivors. This event allowed war survivors to share memories from that time. The stories vary from location to location and from people to people. Some people were lucky, and some suffered hardships. 67-year-old Concepcion Judikpa was born on December 9, 1943, 2 years after the Japanese Special Forces landed on Guam. While in a concentration camp, her hand was severely burned, and it's a constant reminder of the war.
It did affect me. Because, as far as social, growing up with a scarred hand, I was my self-confidence was very low. And it was until I became an adult and knowing that these things doesn't matter anyway, because, there's more important things in life than vanity.
She says there are others who suffered more than her, but she thanks the Lord that she's still alive. 96-year-old Regina Regis says during the war she lived in Manila with her husband and 5 kids.
When the Japanese come, they stay at my house. And then I live in Manila with my 5 kids. And they want to raise my kid. Since the Japanese came, they make my husband work till the end of his life. Thanks God and me to this age because I suffered too much. They killed my husband. Japanese paid me. They didn't pay me nothing.
Regis says after the Japanese killed her husband, she raised her kids on her own. She was a seamstress and ended up making a deal with one of her neighbors. She made clothes in exchange for a cow. Regis says the cow ended up providing for all of them. 91-year-old Jack Lujan recalls hiding in the jungle with his family. Shortly before the Americans landed on Guam, the Japanese discovered his family and told them to form a circle in front of a nearby cave. Lujan says the Japanese were getting ready to shoot them.
We all circled, my family, my mother, father, sisters, and brothers. And then I was the first one to be cut. They raised up already his sword. Immediately, the third Marine was close enough and they started shooting with the machine gun and they all ran away. Thank God we were safe and the Americans saved us.
Concepcion Judikpa says today is a day of forgiveness and she has forgiven the Japanese for what they have done.
I hope and pray that the war survivors do not take it on the young Japanese people because they're innocent. Just like I was innocent, they too are innocent. So I think really honestly, forgiveness is what really is important. Not so much the war reparation, but for everyone to love one another. And the Japanese tourists, I look at them and I embrace them because I'm sure they felt bad about what had happened, but it's beyond their control.
David Macaluso, PNC News.